Hey guys, so picked up this old hand grinder. Buddy grabbed it for me. It was kind of forgotten about in the mud. Pretty rough shape. Obviously, it's got some real rust problems. I don't know if it's salvageable, if the insides are bad, if that gear inside is no good. There's not a lot I can do there, but we'll take it apart and see. You look at this nut on the grinding wheel, it does not look like it's going to want to come apart. We might have to make some new parts for it. That does not look like it's going to come apart too easy. But at any rate, I'm hopeful. We'll take it apart and see what we can do with it. Roots. This gear was not removable. The casting prevented it from coming out. So I just had to kind of pick all this grease out bit by bit. This bolt just couldn't be saved. I love the thumb screw, so I want to save that, the end of it there. I end up just machining down this portion here, and then I've got a spacer that I can push on there, and then I'll take the all thread and I will machine down the end of that, and we'll push it together and we'll just braze it up, and it'll be functional, and it at least retains some of the original look. I'm not a machinist, and I don't claim to be, so I usually go pretty fast over any of this lathe work. If you want to watch a video about machining, there's a lot of guys much more talented than me, and so anyway, that's why we go kind of fast over these parts. So what I'm doing here is, when I put the new foot on, the foot needs to have a stop. So I take this nut, I cut it in half, and I machine it down just until it's round. I'll end up putting some red Loctite on there to hold it, and that will just give the new foot something to back up against. So it'll make a little more sense when you see the finished product.
Lord, I ain't got to heaven, but I feel alright. Small mouth jumping, I'm rolling up something. Gonna throw a little high water party tonight. Oh, Cumberland River, flowing through the heart of a guitar town. Oh, Cumberland River, can't you hear me singing your song? Can't you hear me singing your song? John Boat plowing up the deep green water. Looky yonder come Jimmy with the sly ride bill. 5-string floating in the Tennessee sun. Always sounds a little muddy when we pick it down here. She runs wild, fast and free, born in the mountains up in Kentucky. They're heading for the falls of the Ohio, asking me, darling, don't you wanna go? Oh, Cumberland River, flowing through the heart of a guitar town. Oh, Cumberland River, can't you hear me singing your song? Can't you hear me singing your song? Bonfire burning on the banks of the river. All the gas come a-running when they smell the fish fry. Barefoot dancing when we dip into the water. I'll be loving this river till the day I die. Laps and dance weren't made to last. There's nothing we can do.
I use this Rust-Oleum hammered paint. It's supposed to, it gives you a better finish if you don't have a very nice surface, and I actually really like the way it turned out. It gave it a nice industrial finish. This handle, I just used a little linseed oil on it. Push it back in there, and just some light peening on the end is all it took to hold it in there. Turned out pretty good. So anyway, that's how it came out. I was really happy with it. It's functional, it turns pretty smoothly. I was really lucky that the internal parts were still in good enough shape. I'm happy with how the finish turned out. The thumb screw is just okay. I'm not thrilled with it, but it is just an old grinder, so it's definitely usable. And sometimes with a project like this, you don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm really pleasantly surprised. So at any rate, there's kind of a before picture right there, so quite a transformation. Thanks for watching.